Hey everyone, it's Amanda with the San Diego Lifestyle, and I'm so excited for this week's update, an interview with Lauryn Everts, the Skinny Confidential. This is a blog that she created when she graduated here from San Diego State University, and in the last few years, she's grown it to something huge. It's a podcast, it's a fitness ebook, it's an app. The Skinny Confidential is getting so big, so I cannot wait for you to hear some of the answers she has to my questions. So let's get started. Lauryn, how did this all get started? The name, The Skinny Confidential, how did that even come about?
The name came when I was attending San Diego State. I know it's shocking that I attended college because of how late I always am. It's a really big problem. I was late to class too, but that's a different podcast. So I was going to San Diego State and I was just really bored and unstimulated and just not fulfilled. So I started looking at other ways that I could fulfill my life because I did what everyone was doing. I went to school. I was bartending. I was teaching Pilates and Pure Barre. I had a boyfriend. I had what society would tell you would be, a good life. And my life was good, don't get me wrong, but I just felt with the school thing that it wasn't for me. And that was like a gut intuition feeling that I felt. I never felt that it was where I was supposed to be. Even in high school, I remember looking back and being in high school and just not really feeling that I was where I was supposed to be. And that's weird for, a high schooler to say, but that's how I felt. So I started to realize that the reason I was feeling unfulfilled is because I wasn't doing what I wanted to do and beating to the tune of my own drum. I was doing what other people told me I was supposed to do. So the second that sort of clicked for me is the second that I rebelled and pushed back and said, wait a minute, I need to reevaluate what I'm doing and I need to figure out a way where I can essentially work for myself for the rest of my life and do things the way I want to do it. And that's where the Skinny Confidential came about. It started as something where I wanted to connect the women on campus. And I was like, how can I do this? There's so many people there. And from there, it sort of turned into, wait, let's take that a step further. How can I connect with, women in Texas and Japan and all over the world? And that's where the idea of a platform, like a blog, came into play. And you have to understand this is when no one, was blogging. This is like probably 2009 when I had this idea. So everyone that I told the idea to just didn't understand. They didn't understand how I would monetize. And it's so funny looking back. That's everyone's concern is how do you monetize? And I think that's such a mistake. It's like everyone leads with how do you monetize? I don't feel that I've ever led with that. I think money comes when you lead with bringing value and community to people. I don't think asking yourself, how am I going to monetize is the first question I would ask myself if I was going into my passion now. But so yeah, that's kind of a tangent, but that's how it started. It launched in 2010 after a year of being a psychomaniac. Of course, I had to keep that late too. And it launched to, I think I got 300 hits the first day I launched, which is nothing. And I just kept doing it every single day for 7 years, 7 days a week, rinse and repeat. And here we are now. I have a lot of other things I want to do. I don't feel like I'm even, nicked the potential that I see the Skinny Confidential going, but I just really try to work on it every single day. And like I said, do that rinse and repeat cycle.
Yeah, that's so important. I love that because with the San Diego Lifestyle, we have absolutely no plan to monetize and we just want to showcase businesses and do the best we can at that. So I absolutely love that. And on your website, I love that it says it's for the ones who without a doubt want to be the best damn selves, the best damn version of themselves. So what exactly does that mean? And I know you're so down to earth, you're so real. So why is your blog different? Why is it so much more real and down to earth?
I think that it has to do with intention. My intentions of building a community and providing value, I think have always been the right intentions for my community. Like, I never want to pull a fast one over them. I'm never just looking to push product in their face. If anything, I just show what I really like and say, you know, leave what you don't like, take what you do. I'm always doing giveaways, and a lot of bloggers will take the product that they get and like display it in their room. I want to give it all back. I want to give back to the people that are supporting me. I'm doing this thing right now where I follow a lot of the people that have been following me on Instagram right now. And it's not coming from, the intent is that I'm actually, you know, wondering who some of these people are that I haven't met in person. A big part of my brand is doing meetups and actually interfacing with these girls and talking to them and hearing about what they're doing. It's like, I wanted to build something that was way bigger than Lauryn Everett's. Like the Skinny Confidential is like so much bigger than me. So I think with that intent, it comes off like that. And I really do want to inspire women to do what they want to do when they want to do it and not have to apologize. You know, I see so many women, I talk to so many women, you know, every single week, and you wouldn't believe how many people are nervous to do something because of their boyfriend or their family or what their mom will think. It's like, you can't live your life like that. You have to live for yourself, and everyone's different. And I just think that nowadays what's cool is not to be someone else, it's to be the best version of yourself. And I think that's changed. I think we used to look at celebrities and think, oh, you know, I want to look like that or I want to be like that. I think now in 2017 and going into 2018 that the conversation is going to be, how can I be the best version of myself instead of wanting to be someone else, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So is Instagram your favorite social platform then? And how did you build that up? Like, was there times when it was 500 and then it jumped to 5,000 and 20,000, or how did it come along? Just one person at a time, building up, having the conversations?
My favorite platform is actually Snapchat because I can talk to my audience one-on-one and I can see what they're screenshotting so I know what to post. And it's just really helpful for me to really talk to them. Instagram, I think sometimes it gets washed out because it's so oversaturated. My other favorite platform is actually Facebook right now. I did a secret Facebook group, which has nothing to do with me. It's all about these girls coming together and sharing their tips and tricks with each other. And like, I'm completely out of it. And when I launched that secret Facebook group, I was so emotional. I'm not normally an emotional person. I was so emotional because that is what I've been working for so long, is that community. And to have that through the secret Facebook group and it not to be about me or what I'm eating or what I'm doing was like such a moment for me. As far as growing your Instagram following, I think Instagram is so obviously important to brands. It is your online resume right now. That's just the world we're living in. You can embrace it or you can't, but I've certainly embraced it. And I think to grow your following, you need to be posting at least once a day. Your photos need to be appealing. They need to be in natural light. It needs to be a very aesthetically pleasing layout. Your captions need to be either witty, knowledgeable, valuable. You know, it's got to have some meat in it. I think your Instagram stories need to show movement. I think if you're going to showcase your day, it needs to be done in a way that's different. Like, no one wants to see the same landscape all day long. Like, show me what you're eating. Show me what you're wearing. Show me who you're talking to. Show me where you're going. Show me the recipe you're making. Like, it needs to be so many different facets. As far as my Instagram following, it has not been overnight. I've had Instagram, I think, for 6 years. It's been something that I have literally worked at every single day, sometimes 2, 3, 4 times a day. And I'm constantly on there engaging and talking to the audience. It's not an overnight thing. Of course, there's been times, I think one time I did a giveaway and I got like, 20,000 followers overnight. Or another time someone who was really big, a huge fitness girl Instagrammed me and I got 10,000, and like Lauren Conrad once Instagrammed me and I got a bunch of like stuff like that has happened, but that is not the foundation of the Instagram. The foundation has come from just rinsing and repeating. I mean, it's amazing if one of your role models that you look up to Instagrams you, because you do get a lot of followers, and if you want people to Instagram you like that, you need to look at their feed and take photos that are beautiful of their products so they want to regram it on their own feed. So that's kind of a growth hack I would do.
Okay, that's great advice. So tell me a little bit about your beauty products that are on your website. I know there's so many blogs out there that say try this, try that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Tell me, do you really use all of these products, and is it just products that you use and love?
I am a human guinea pig. So this is what I tell my audience. I am using so many different products every single day. And then what I do is I like shift through them and pick the ones I like. And I don't bash the ones I don't like, but I pick the ones I like and I showcase them. And then the ones I love are the ones that I'm constantly talking about that you see in my story throughout, all the time, like the ice roller. I'm a big fan of It Cosmetics CC cream. I love Lumabella hair products. Like there's like certain things that I like. The eyelashes I'm wearing right now are Ardell 113s from the drugstore. That's like a ride or die. I try a lot of different things because the business I'm in, I have to try things so I can make the best recommendation to the readership. There's been so many times that they've recommended things to me that I love. So it's definitely I'm influenced by them all the time as well.
And what about with scents? I know a lot of beauty bloggers talk about creams and lotions and skincare and all this, but what about different perfumes? Have you found anything that you really like?
Right now for perfume, I love Egyptian musk. It's this oil. I talked about it on the Skinny Confidential. It's $18 off Amazon, and it's just this very masculine scent, but like with a touch of femininity. And it kind of reminds me of my personality. JFK's wife wore it. That's where I got inspired to wear it. It's a different kind of scent. It's not like a brand or anything. I also really like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. I'll wear that like during the day. Another one that I like to wear, I love Jo Malone scents. I think they're really nice. Other scents, I love, like, I have like this like coconut almond oil that I put all over my body that smells really nice. And probably that's it. I'm pretty like, like I said, I'll try a bunch of things, but then I get like very OCD about something that I love. I become obsessive.
Well, that's great. And what about hair? Do you like to use a curling iron or a wand? Is there a wand that's this magic wand that gets these magic curls that everyone has?
I don't love the wands. I think sometimes it looks a little too curly Sue. I like a barrel curler. I've been using, like I said, Lumabella tools a lot. I really like those. I love Dry Bar to go get a blowout and multitask and do my work and have a glass of champagne and get a blowout. I find that that's so efficient for my time that it's incredible. I mean, as far as curling my hair, I've done a lot of tutorials on it. I love like a vertical curl, and I love to curl in different directions and then like take my fingers and tousle it and put dry texturizing spray in it. I am very, actually surprisingly low maintenance. Like probably 80% of the time I'm not wearing makeup, and I'm like looked completely disheveled and like a full nightmare. And when I put on makeup, it's pretty quick. I do dress up the most probably when I'm shooting video, just because film, it's hard like to translate. But I don't wear eyeshadow. I don't get my whole body waxed. Like my extensions are clip-ins because the tape-ins are just a nightmare for me. Like I don't wash my hair. I'm not like the star student to look at when it comes to that.
That was going to be my next question. What about shampoo? Do you use the dry shampoo and not wash your hair for a week like a lot of these girls?
All the time. I never wash my hair, ever. Ever.
That's hilarious. So what about in San Diego? It's basically 75 and sunny here all the time. So what's your perfect kind of all-time outfit for just walking around here, whether you're going to the beach or then you're going to go to different shops or all the places in San Diego?
My favorite outfit is probably jeans and Michael's white t-shirt. And I love white loafers. I'm just so comfortable in that outfit. It's so simple, but I love like classic with a twist. So then I'll add like huge gold hoop earrings and put my hair in a ponytail. I love a ponytail right now. So I just really like to keep it classic, but like I said, with a little bit of flair in some area. I really like super high boots, but not the ones that go to your knees, like super high booties, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I love leather, like leather jackets. And I just, right now, I'm really liking the colors white, black, nude, a pop of blush, and jean.
Okay, and what's your one article of clothing that you cannot live without?
All of Michael's clothes, I steal all his clothes. This is his, what I'm wearing right now. I wear his denim jackets over my shoulders. I wear his blazers with like a bra under it. I think it's so sexy to mix masculinity with femininity, which is why I love that Egyptian musk. I have a very masculine energy, so I think that's where that comes from. But at the same time, I'm extremely feminine with the beauty products. So I think that contrast has always been very appealing to me. My entire wedding was completely black with like, then, and it was like black flowers, and then there was like baby's breath, which is like the most feminine flower. So I love to like mix those like two differences together and just make it work.
So does Michael have his own clothing line, or how does that work? Because I know a lot of
I mean, he basically has like a Nordstrom's, and I've never seen anyone have so many clothes. It's ridiculous.
So I know a lot of the looks on your website are shoppable looks where you basically lay it out exactly what to buy and where to buy. So how does that work?
Yeah, we gotta shop Michael's closet. He has some good ones. His like rocker tees, he has a lot of good ones.
That's awesome. And tell me about fitness here in San Diego. I know bar is still a huge thing that you're probably pretty into. Do you still do bar or Pilates or yoga, or what kind of San Diego lifestyle type of activities do you like?
I work out with Kim Kelly. She's amazing. You can see her walking around all over San Diego. She's so fit and she has the best energy and she kicks my ass. And what we're doing together is we are building workouts right now for the Skinny Confidential Bombshell Body Guide, which is a fitness guide of all my workouts done in 27 minutes every single day. And I also like going to her Pilates class. I mean, I'm like have no affiliation with pushing her out. Like she's a friend, but like I'm not like sponsored by her or anything. I just love her. I think she's amazing, and she's really changed my body, and she's changed the way that I do things fitness wise. So I'm really excited to bring that to the Skinny Confidential. She's been on a couple podcasts too that you could listen to, but she's just amazing. Like, so she's really helped me. And then I love Pilates Reformer. And then I walk all the time on the treadmill. I return emails, a couple hours a week at different times on the treadmill all the time.
Yes, I've definitely seen your amazing, infamous walking on the treadmill while working posts, which are very inspirational to me since I'm always in my pajamas as well. So I love that. So you travel all around. You go to LA, New York, all these different places. What makes San Diego the place that you want to call home?
San Diego, I've lived here my whole life, but most importantly about San Diego now is that we're so lucky that we can travel. That's amazing. And so San Diego is where I focus. This is where I get my shit together. Like when you're traveling, you're all over the place. When we come back to San Diego, it's not LA where there's parties every minute. It's not New York where you're out till 4 a.m. It's where you put your head down, you get your shit done. And I found that as a blogger, that's been different because a lot of bloggers are in LA and New York, and I'm not networking out attending events all the time. And that works for me because I'm not in this business to primarily be networking with other bloggers. I'm in this business to connect with my audience. So if I'm going to put the energy into networking, it's going to be in meetups. And I've always been like that. That's just how I've been since I was little, is like, I'm not like a schmoozer. Like, it's just not my thing. I like to schmooze with my audience.
That's awesome. And I know you have 2 Chihuahuas at home too. So tell me where you like to take them in San Diego. Where kind of are your top 3 dog-friendly places that you like to go?
We love Cafe Chloe. It's this super cute restaurant with the best mussels and oysters, and they serve rosé and oyster shooters and the best pasta, and it's very, very French. That's one of our favorites. We just found this place, and I have to look it up because I don't know how to pronounce it, that you have to try. It has the best pizza I've ever had in San Diego by far. It's in North Park, and it's across the street from Kindred, so you can get a drink while you're waiting because they are full like crazy. It is called Bonito Forchetta. So it's Buona Forchetta. And the pizza is insane. And then I like to go to Claire's and sit by myself and work. The dogs can come with me there. And then I have like little tiny hole in the walls where I go and work. I love to eat alone.
Oh my goodness. Well, no food blogging, I guess, from you anytime soon.
I met you when I was eating alone. You know that? I met you at Dolce when I was eating alone.
Yes, yes.
Like my thing. There's nothing better. I think that I'm constantly on all day on social media from the second I get up to the second I go to bed, and I'm answering questions and engaging, that by the end of the night, I just literally want to sit there. You know, I don't need Michael's whole life story sometimes. Like, I just want to sit there and like work and just get my shit done and have a glass of Pinot Noir.
Don't we all? So what is your ultimate goal with this blog? Did you have something coming into it where you were like, this is just what I want to do to inspire people, or over time has it changed? And what do you see as the total end game of this?
My ultimate goal is continuing to cultivate a community, really building on the community. And I don't mean numbers. I mean building the community with the relationships. And eventually launching product that is so niched down to the Skinny Confidential that the audience has literally helped me create it. Something that makes so much sense, something that I'm super proud of, something that's really well branded, and something that creates a foundation for something much bigger. You know, another book probably, and continuing to bring everyone on kind of like the story of our life and bring them along, and continuing to podcast and interview interesting people. And again, just beating to the tune of my own drum. Like, people think it's weird sometimes that we're traveling all the time. I think that you can create any life you want for yourself, and there's no rules. Like, no one has to do anything. So I think that I'm going to continue to live my life in that way, where you can't listen to outside noise. You have to just focus on what works for you and what works for your family and your relationship. And I think when you do that, you are surprised at how much relief you feel and how much better you feel and how much more empowered you feel.
So how can people in San Diego get involved? How can they get into the community? How can bloggers help you further that goal?
If anyone wants to reach out on Instagram, I love meeting new people. My username is @theskinnyconfidential. And then if you want to get involved in the community, it's the Skinny Confidential secret Facebook group on Facebook. You just click join, and it's just an amazing group of women, and I think everyone will really like it.
Well, thank you so much, Lauryn. It was so exciting talking to you about everything San Diego and beauty and your blog. You're an incredible woman. You're an inspiration to me and so many other people. So I'm so happy to have you today, and I can't wait to put this interview out.
Thank you so much.